Picture this. You wake up one day and find out that your favorite artist is a machine. Your favorite song? Written by an algorithm. Your favorite movie? Produced by AI. Have we, as humans, completely lost it? Or are we finally upgrading our creativity? In this video, we're going to dive deep into the world of AI and creativity. And the kicker, AI might be stealing our creative jobs, but it might also be pushing us into new creative realms. First things first, let's talk about how good AI is at creative stuff. Spoiler alert, it's kind of mind-blowing. Generative AI can now create everything from paintings to music to even full-length feature films. You might have heard about the AI-generated painting sold at Christie's for over $400,000, right? It's not a fluke. AI can also compose symphonies or even write poetry that, well, sometimes makes sense. Now, are these AI artworks as soul-stirring as a Van Gogh? Well, that depends. Some of them are brilliant, but others look like my 3-year-old cousin had a little too much fun with the crayons. So, how does AI even manage to create art, music, and movies? Let's get a little scientific for a moment, shall we? AI's creative genius comes from something called a generative adversarial network, GAN. GANs work by training two neural networks against each other, one that creates the content and one that critiques it. It's like the world's nerdiest art class, where the student and the teacher are both robots. The result? AI can create incredibly realistic images, music, and text. But there's a catch. AI isn't really thinking. It's mimicking patterns from thousands of pieces of data. In other words, it's remixing the greatest hits of art history, science fiction, or classical music. Pretty cool, right? But can it truly be called creative? Research from MIT shows that AI's creativity is fundamentally different from human creativity. While it can generate novel outputs, it lacks self-awareness, emotion, and purpose. Now, let's get to the fun part. Are we losing our creativity to AI? Or are we just being lazy? You see, AI may be able to pump out a song in seconds, but creativity isn't just about making something. It's about solving problems, breaking boundaries, and putting a little piece of your soul into the work. AI doesn't have those late-night, I hate everything I've ever made moments that most artists do. It just keeps going. But here's the thing. The real value of creativity is in those struggles, those imperfections. And guess what? Science backs this up. Research from the University of Sydney found that the process of creative problem-solving activates more areas of the brain than repetitive tasks, making it deeply tied to our cognitive growth and emotional satisfaction. But here's the twist. AI might be automating a lot of things, but it's also pushing humans to redefine what it means to be creative. Think about it. When photography was invented, people said it would destroy painting. But what actually happened? Painters started pushing into new areas, like abstract art, because they didn't need to focus on realism anymore. AI might just be the photography of our era. In fact, AI tools are already helping human artists, musicians, and filmmakers. Take David Cope, a professor at the University of California, who developed a program called EMI, Experiments in Musical Intelligence. EMI composes classical music that sounds just like Bach or Mozart. But Cope didn't use it to replace human musicians. He used it to inspire them. Kind of like how Mozart might inspire you to write a symphony. Except, you know, this Mozart doesn't need food, sleep, or bathroom breaks. Talk about efficiency. In a 2022 survey by Adobe, 66% of creative professionals said they used AI to enhance their creative process, while 34% said it improved their creativity by automating repetitive tasks. Here's where things get a little uncomfortable. While AI might push creativity to new heights, there's a downside. Are we, as humans, getting a little too comfortable letting machines do the work? It's easy to use an AI tool to generate 10 different designs or write a blog post. But the thinking part, that's where we grow. And if we let AI take over too much, we might end up losing our edge. A study from Stanford University found that while AI can boost productivity, it can also lead to something called creative complacency, where humans stop challenging themselves because the machine will do it for them. And when that happens, the magic of creativity might start to fade. Stanford's study found that people relying too heavily on AI-generated ideas produced lower quality work in creative tasks compared to those who generated ideas independently. So, what's the takeaway here? It's not that AI is stealing our creativity, but it is challenging us to think about creativity differently. It's a tool, like the camera, the synthesizer, or the word processor. It can take care of the tedious work, but the real creativity comes when humans and machines work together. The future of creativity is going to be a collaboration between humans and AI, where the machine handles the boring stuff, and we focus on what we do best: thinking, dreaming, and creating with purpose.